Hey everybody, this is Simeon here. Today we are going to do a review of this product, the Smart Fence 2.0, and I'm going to be talking about this product and showing you how it works. And I have a major criticism of this product that I struggle with, and I hope you find that really helpful. So this is the Smart Fence 2.0. I'm not really sure what the first versions had different, but it is a fence system that lets you easily install mobile fencing units with 4 wires at the same time. You can choose at what heights you want those wires to be. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different holes. Technically you could even remove 1 wire. We use it for sheep. I have a friend who uses it for cows. You can use it for flirts as well, mixed with sheep and cows. Generally, a very good product, I would say. Helps you a lot to save time and to especially move sheep mobily, daily. The fencing can often be a big struggle. Now I have some people who say it doesn't work for sheep. Well, when we came to this farm here, it didn't work for them either. They had to use sheep netting, electric netting, but we, for one, looked at the sheep that would get out, even at the netting sometimes. We culled them from the flock and then we trained them to this fence with little aluminum strips and a really hot fence, and now they stay in. It is possible. Lots of people do it. So if your sheep are not staying in, it is not the sheep, it's not the fence, it's you as the farmer. It's not the breed either. If the breed does not respect the electric fence, then you need to train them to that fence. In a little bit I'm going to talk about the major drawback on this fence that I find. But let me first talk about the positive things. So you have a clutch here that you loosen up, and then you can pull the individual fence posts out, and the wires, they just come out with it. You have 10 posts and you have roughly 100 meters of wire, which gives you a lot of flexibility for this. Now we have fenced slopes and terraces with this. We have really maxed these smart fences out in many different ways. We use 6 of them and really move the sheep daily most of the time. So I have been working with this all season long. Having to put up 4 wires individually would be a lot of work, so it's a major time saver. We have one where the clutch is not really working well, and it kind of gets stuck and fastens itself after a few windings, and it's really annoying. Otherwise they are okay, but there's one major drawback on these that I have, especially for farmers who farm regenerative and who get really nice, good soil, fluffy soil that's you know, not just rock hard. And that's why I titled this video Not for Regenerative Farmers. Let's say you do holistic plant grazing and you really improve the ecosystem processes, and the soil just gets so much better. When you have a corner on the smart fence with this system here, I mean, the thought is nice. You put this into the ground and then you put tension on it, and this is your corner. But if you have any soil that is how soil is supposed to be, light and fluffy and soft, this thing pulls right out. For me, it never works. We have really good soil here, except for at a couple places, and only when it's rock solid, when it's bad soil that you don't want anyways, does this hold. Otherwise this skinny little thing just pops right out. So if you're a regenerative farmer, you get good soil, forget it. So my input to the company is do something that's a little wider that you have when you have tents quite often. Put a couple magnets up here that it just clicks to, and that should be a lot better. Even if you have a few, you know, millimeter width, it'll make a big difference. The way it is now, I always have to have one of my kids come out with me and hold the corner posts when I go around a corner, because even when the clutch is loose, the tension that's on the wires is still too strong and it just pulls it right out. And you saw that early on a video clip. So that's my big criticism. One challenge is that there's no alternative to this fence. We really have nothing to compare it to that I am aware of. You know, it would be individual reels and wires, which I have done in Sweden for cattle, but then you only have 1 or 2 wires. As soon as you want to go with something like this, it's just a lot of work. So in regards to this, I only know of this product. Maybe some of you know a different product. So we have nothing else to go with, and I find that to always be a challenge, that when there's no competition, products generally try to be more expensive and they improve slower. But the major issue is what I just showed you guys, what I talked about with you know, trying to brace the corners. That is really something that 99% of the time just doesn't work for me well. I have to loosen all the wires, go back, do it all again, and it just takes more time. Otherwise, it's a really good product. So if you have a corner, put the end of the smart fence on here. You see all the mobile fence post units are just out now, and this is the start of the other fence. So what I do, I go in here and put it behind here, gives it some good support, and then up here usually is enough just by putting the wire around a couple times. Then you can brace it down here as well. Most of the time this one has a stronger foot and base, so it really stays more stable in the ground. But this is enough to connect the electricity and have a new fencing unit start. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.